Everybody is more aware of climate change, the need to move away from fossil fuels, and our reliability as a nation on fossil fuels going forward. People are finally looking at the alternatives that we always knew were there.
Heat pumps are here to stay. You know, the myths, the misinformation, it'll die down, and we need 600,000 heat pumps a year by 2028.
Everybody is speaking about heat pumps, and so we're seeing a big growth and a big increase in inquiries for both air source and ground source heat pumps.
We've delivered a lot of projects really for multiple different types of properties, you know, new builds, renovations, retrofits, historical buildings. You know, we can pretty much heat anything really, as long as we can design it correctly and we can deliver on that.
IMS Heat Pumps was established in 1997 by a gentleman called Alan Donald, who was my colleague and still one of the directors here. He's based up in the Perth office.
My dad started the company, started off as an apprentice as a heating engineer elsewhere. After a couple of years he started getting busy and he took me on board then. Since then Alan has grown the company from strength to strength, but we really invigorated IMS Heat Pumps as it currently stands in 2019, when many of us who'd worked together in the industry over many years came back together, put the company under new management, and here we are.
So my role as project coordinator is I like to describe it as like air traffic control. So I'm like the overarching view of the company and the jobs. So when they come through from sales right through to completion, so sorting out deliveries, communicating with the customer, registering for insurances and administrating the bus voucher. So my typical work day, I come into the office for 8:30. We'll then speak to all the customers, see where they are with their projects. Is there anything that we need to book in? Is there anything they need on site? I also liaise with all the installation team. So if they're experiencing any issues on site, I'm their main point of contact to come back to. And then it's just a lot of admin.
Although we have two offices, we're very much all one team. We're a friends and family business, and that's the vibe we have when we come to work.
To work at IMS is like joining a massive family where you keep getting new family members every week because we just keep getting new well-trained engineers, and it's just excellent.
You don't clash with anyone because everyone gets on so well.
It's fantastic really, we've got a good team. Everyone has a good laugh. Everyone's so easy to get on with, everyone's willing to help each other, and that's slightly different to what I've experienced in bigger companies I've worked with in the past.
I get on really well with all my workmates, and it feels everything just flows really well with everyone.
Great environment, you know, great culture here really, so it's all about the knowledge and the learning.
And I just think that overall gives the impression that everyone's really happy, loves working together, the relationships are already there, and you kind of slot right in just effortlessly really.
Come in at 8:30 in the morning, I've got to do designs, need to speak to customers.
One of the most rewarding parts about the job is getting out on site and talking to customers and understanding what they need.
So I can now go to people's properties and survey the property and calculate how much heat is lost through each fabric element, such as the walls and the windows.
And then I'll go on to do a design, a desktop design for that property, work out the heat loss, work out what equipment they need in terms of the output of the heat pump.
So after the job has initially been sold, they then get handed over to me, and then any problems throughout or any general communication in terms of deliveries, any changes to the job, scheduling for the engineers, all of that comes through me, and I think that makes for a more positive experience overall.
A typical day varies really. We could be doing a commercial ground source heat pump, or we could be doing a domestic retrofit, or we could be doing underfloor heating, just radiators. There's a lot to it really, so every day is different.
And then out and about on site, and then checking on guys to make sure that I've got everything that they need so they can kind of deliver, and then just checking up at the end of the day to make sure everything's kind of come in and everyone's been able to do what they need to do.
The people in this company have been in and around the heat pump business for 20, 30 years. Bringing that knowledge, that experience, that expertise into the design and the installation means that we have happy clients, and happy clients means that we all have a happy life. It really is for us, you know, one of the underlying mottos of the company is that, you know, if you do it right and do it once, then everybody has the best experience.
So when we walk away from the projects, we want to make sure that the customers are very happy and also everything's in the right order in terms of how it should be operating. So we want to make sure that everything's ticked off, commissioned correctly.
Quite a lot of the time it's quite a big project for them. They're investing a lot in it emotionally and financially, and to help them through that journey and see the finished result is, yeah, it's very rewarding.
It doesn't matter what your home is. Every home can be heat pump ready because a well-designed, well-installed heat pump simply works.